And a warm welcome to Arthouse. I'm Melinda Akinlami on today's episode of the program. It's a celebration of arts, culture and networking at this gallery in Lagos. Then in another part of the commercial city, works of art by several artists from the Nsukka Art School is displayed at the Co Gallery. We'll enjoy that and more when we return in a moment. Do stay with us.
I try to paint a positive picture about women because there are many women who are very positive in their thinking, who are very independent and very industrious.
Reputable artists display their finest pieces in Intersectionality, an art exhibition at the Odama Gallery in Lagos with the theme, A Celebration of Arts, Culture and Networking.
The works of art created by these 5 artists have been displayed for this maiden exhibition at the Odama Art Gallery in Lagos called Intersectionality, Arts, Culture and Networking.
What this title tries to say is meeting of different kind of arts. So if you look around, you're going to see some figurative, there's a meta sculpture here, and if you look at that, there's zoomorphic, kind of a god, animal and human being figuration. So what the title tries to emphasize is a meeting of different kind of arts. So that's the whole idea of the title, as it were.
Trying to set up a foundation that will be able to showcase the young and upcoming artists, because we have a horde of talent in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. So we're going to be putting together events like this more often than not, and again, if possible, we might put up some kind of an academy to take care of where the young and upcoming artists will come to showcase their talents and to be able to encourage those other ones coming before them.
The artists range from those whose forte is working on multiple disciplinary techniques with found objects to paintings, sculpture and installations.
As an artist who is highly fused into the creation of or the use of diverse materials in arts, I work with repurposed materials, so my art literally involves trying to fuse or mix with other forms of art and materials. So I think my work perfectly fits into this form of exhibition. And by the way, it takes us into the piece that I have behind me that is titled Tree of Life.
They explain the inspiration behind some of the images on display, one of which has a lot to do with the preservation of the environment.
I'm a conscious person, and I like to create, and I like to create my consciousness. I live in a society that impacts me, and then I have to impact the society too. And this is as part of impacting our society that I create my realities of what happens to me in the society.
want to portray the like uniqueness in black skin tone. So like trying to promote our race. Mostly I painted black beautiful women. So I want to like tell the audience, like my viewers, that black is bright and black is unique. So that's why I put my figures in a bright background.
Symbolism of the tree of life is taking us back to Earth itself. It's supposed to give us life, it's supposed to give us hope, it's supposed to give us happiness. It's a place that we've been blessed with. However, there's a lot of human activities that have created a lot of challenges with our planet, you know, and which has become a big problem with the climate situations we have. As an artist who a lot whose works focus a lot on trying to revive the planet, trying to work on renewable energy, try to encourage repurpose and recycling. You know, so it's a metaphor that tries to draw people's attention to the needs to actually engage in activities that will help to give new life to Earth as our home. Earth is our tree of life as it is. You know, but our activities as human beings, result of war, result of industrialization, has created more challenge instead of good for the planet Earth. So the work basically tries to bring you in, engage yourself in ways that we can pay attention to, you know, giving Earth the real purpose and meaning it's designed for.
These societal conversations have been displayed in various media.
There's no color, it's like the whole life will be boring. So definitely we have to measure out with colors and make sure that these colors makes our works beautiful. You understand? So you depict with colors, and colors have meanings of their own. So definitely if I'm using green or light green or any shades of green, it has what it means. You understand? There's a meaning to it. Then the other yellow of everything has meaning. So color is what I like using a lot. You have to understand the language of color to use them.
Art is not yet appreciated in Nigeria to the level that it should be. So we are hoping that, you know, with this small step, you know, in the movement, you know, this helps again to drive, you know, appreciation of art, so that art can become something that everybody in Nigeria can appreciate. Because whether you like it or not, art is therapeutic. And another point of, you know, view that people don't know, it's also an investment. You know, when you buy an art piece this year, over years it appreciates. So you can also look at it from the business angle, the beauty angle, the therapy angle. So
The beauty of self-expression, power of creativity, and magic of art is being revealed at the Odama Art Gallery.
I hope you are able to immerse yourself with those incredible works of art displayed there. And there's more to enjoy when Arthouse returns in a moment. Do stay with us.
Our wordsmith is titled Water by Okpeagbe Okpeyemi the Analyst. Water. Brown and dirty, but yet our hope. I often wondered in my small mind why ours was different. For school had taught me water. It was colorless, odorless, and tasteless. Yet, the water in the stream of my community was different. We bathed, cooked, and drank from it. Even when wells in neighboring communities dried up, it became our only source for thirst survival. Even the plastics, the grass on the water, they called them hyacinth. We ignored them all. Many a times, we found it difficult to pay to fill our empty kegs. We trekked the long distance. We carried our pots in its glory. But why didn't water drop in our taps? I often wondered why life was never easy in my community. No wonder everywhere smells in feces, disgust. See, no taps, no water, no clean environment. Many engaged in the infamous shot put. This is the story of my community. In a week where the world celebrates water, we suffer water scarcity.
And these are the works of art you sent in recently. Let's begin with these ones, which talks about the Salah holiday, which was just concluded recently. We begin with this Prince Fatah Mongri's work done with acrylic on canvas. He calls it Celebration. Then Ababiaka Sharif has Two Fighting. It's a gouache on paper work. Then Mustafa has this oil on canvas work. He calls work in progress. Then George Abe says it's a time to dance, a watercolor on canvas piece. While Inivora Pius says joy is free with this acrylic on canvas work. Then Kelvin Lee has Confidence, an oil on canvas piece. While Hustle is how HG Art Studios captures his digital painting. Love Affection is an abstract artwork done by Wasiu Aina. Then we wrap up things with Falope Ibrahim's The Break in News, an oil on canvas piece. The works of art you sent in recently. We appreciate you for sending them in as always, and always capturing the atmosphere with your works of art, as we encourage you to keep them coming. Seven artists from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, present their latest body of works in this exhibition titled New Directions at the Co Gallery in Lagos.
New Directions, a group exhibition at the Co Gallery in Lagos brings 7 trained artists from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, in Enugu State together again.
Trained at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and they all share a lineage of what that school is known for in its art making and art practice.
These artists represent innovative approaches to addressing global phenomena through a diverse range of media and artistic forms, employing experimental processes to reimagine natural and found materials in symbolic ways.
It features 7 artists from the Nsukka Art School, and the Nsukka Art School, which is the other name for the Department of Fine and Applied Arts, University of Nigeria Nsukka, is globally known for 2 things. Basically, the Uli, which began with Uche Okeke's ideology of Uli and propagating. You have Obiojechukwu moving on with it to storytelling. You have Ologibe coming in at some point, and you have L coming in from Ghana to join them. Then with L, we now had a new evolution of Igwebike, that is the strength in multitude. So most of the artists moved forward with that to maintain a contemporary art scene globally.
This show is inspired by the Nsukka School's embrace of the Igbo belief in the strength of community and multitude, as curated by Ugonna Ibekwe.
The Igwebike idea is mainly an Nsukka thing. It's like saying that we know Nsukka, first of all, we know Nsukka for Uli. You understand? We talk about Uli. Anybody that is doing Uli anywhere else in the world, you are doing it basically with a root from Nsukka. Nsukka is the root of Uli when it comes to modern art. So moving that to contemporary art, Nsukka is the root of the Igwebike idea. You understand? That idea of taking something that should have looked minute. For example, if you look at Samuel's work, you see just bubbles of textile weaved together. If you bring that in only as a singular form, it will not really make sense. But by binding them together, you get a full artwork, which alludes to that Igwebike's idea of, it's an Igbo word that just means the strength in multitude. The Igbos believe that when the multitude come together, and you understand, when the multitude come together, they get to create something massive. They get to become a force that you can reckon with. So that's the idea the Nsukka people have been propelling in contemporary art these days.
The Igwebike ideology is not just about groups, working together. It also reflects in the art. When you see how the forms come to play, they also have their own different stories by different individual artists, and how they bring different forms and sizes and materials together to form their own personal individual story that they want to create.
New generation of contemporary artists coming out of Nsukka, which is very exciting to see what the younger artists are doing. So I think this is a very refreshing show to learn about new artists and discover new artists. Some of the other artists in the exhibition are already very well known, and it's amazing to see their newest bodies of work.
In this exhibition, the artists transform humble, everyday materials into striking visual poetry through the meticulous processes of binding, stitching, and assembling.
Well, Nsukka has a long lineage of very important artists who have studied there and taught there. So there's really a tradition of artists who have been mentored by their professors over the years and really together have found a distinctive style. There's artists such as Uche Okeke, who founded the department in the 1960s. There's Ella Natsui, who led the department for over 30 years, and Ozioma Onuzulike, who led the department after that. All very influential artists who have taught their students who are now exhibiting here. And they're known for using found materials, using natural materials, and experimenting with different processes in different material ways. And so their works become really symbolic gestures of different social and political issues, but they play with techniques of abstraction and sculpture and installation and painting.
The works are quite strong. You have ceramics installations by Obochi, you have the textile installations by Nnorom, and a little bit of textile installations by Ndoka also. Then you still have paintings. So I think it's an exhibition that features an all-rounded display of different use, different applications of the Igwebike principle.
This exhibition celebrates a new generation pushing the Nsukka School as an artistic movement founded by renowned artist and teacher Uche Okeke, who advocated for a natural synthesis fusing indigenous art traditions like uli body painting with modern techniques.
It gets even more exciting because there's something for the little ones on the next episode.
On Arthouse next week. The National Gallery of Art organizes a talent hunt and exhibition for children to expose and encourage their creativity. And in another part of Lagos, immunization is the theme for this art competition for children by the Pediatric Association of Nigeria at the University of Lagos. The Cube, a solo exhibition of contemporary art by Sonia Akpata at a gallery in Lagos. We encourage you to keep liking, sharing and viewing our page so more people can enjoy the ever-bubbly and ingenious art scene in the country.
That's the program today. Thank you so much for being great company, and I look forward to interacting with you on our various social media platforms. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Have a lovely day.